And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't know if this is the best idea. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If this isn't a welcome back, let me introduce myself. My name's Chris. I know how to read. And since I'm on the road, we're just gonna go with a very classic, allegedly. And for today's video, I will be walking the entire length of one audiobook. First and foremost though, we have to prepare. So I'm gonna cut it back actually to Chris in the past, who is going to go over everything that I have in my backpack right here. All right, y'all, so I apologize for this not so great lighting, but it's the night before our walking challenge, so I thought I would go over kind of everything that I'm packing as I prepare to walk, I think almost a marathon. I think it's about 24 or 25 miles. These are the clothes that I'm gonna wear tomorrow, so they technically don't count, but I also have a change of clothes, a towel, and like a toiletry bag with soap and everything, because I do plan on taking a shower at like the halfway point in my journey. We obviously have the phone that we're gonna be listening to the audiobook on, and also it's gonna be used for directions. We have the mic system that I use. We also have my busted Apple Watch that has the messed up screen right there, but it can still track our steps. That's what we're gonna use for that. We have a backup battery bank to charge both the mic system and the phone. We have a charger for the mic system and the phone, and then I am deciding to go with my wired Apple headphones instead of my Bluetooth ones, just so we have one less thing to worry about charging. We've got some snackage, we've got some electrolytes. This is my 64 ounce, I think this is a Zulu brand water bottle if I remember correctly. And then this is the backpack that I'm packing everything into. It's a little overkill, it's pretty big, but it has a lot of space. These are the shoes that I'm gonna be using. These are like the Nike Space Hippie somethings. I use these for the gym, and if there was going to be like one pain point in this entire process, I think it's going to be those shoes, because they're very comfortable, they're very easy to put on and take off, but I haven't really walked an extended distance with them. But I'm just going to try and prepare myself to the best of my ability, so even if the shoes are a little bit of trouble, it's nothing that I won't be able to like get past or whatever. With that in mind, I'm going to kick it back to future Chris, because your boy wants his Z's, your boy wants his rest, so we can talk about both kind of the route that we're taking and also what audiobook we're going to be listening to. Oh my god, I forgot to tell y'all the audiobook. I'm gonna let future Chris worry about that though. Now for our journey today, we do kind of have an order of operations that we're going to be going through, and I know we don't like math on this channel, but we have some steps that we got to get through in order to have like a fully fun, efficient audiobook listening experience. First, where are we going right now? So I am currently taking my car to the mechanic. It is about to be 8 in the morning, so our walking journey is going to begin at my mechanic. From my mechanic, we're gonna take about a 5-hour walk over to my gym. And the reason that I want my gym to be like the second place that we stop at, kind of like our middle ground in this journey, is because I want to be able to, one, take some sort of break if I'm feeling it, being able to shower and fill up my water bottle and like replenish my mana, for lack of a better word, I think is only going to be good things, even if that does take a little bit of time away from the actual walking aspect of this video. And then from the gym to my apartment is about 4 or 5 hours in and of itself there. So overall, we're going to be able to like walk, or at least I'll be staying busy for the entire 10-11 hours of this. And I haven't even mentioned it. For the second time, I'm already sorry that I haven't mentioned the name of the audiobook yet, but we are going to be listening to an author that I've been wanting to listen to for a very long time. We are listening to Sally Rooney's Beautiful World, Where Are You? I've been wanting to read Sally Rooney for a very long time, and I don't know if this is the best like avenue to read Sally Rooney for the first time when I'm almost walking a marathon in a day, but it's a good length, and I've heard so many good things about Sally Rooney and her writing. I'm gonna stop recording even though I am in stop and go traffic, so we can head to the mechanic, drop off the car, and kind of just work our way from there. I'll see y'all soon. All right, y'all, so I dropped off the car at the mechanic and the journey has begun. It is currently 8:15 in the morning as we take our first steps. I already started walking. My car is at the mechanic, so worst case scenario, I have to get home somehow. First steps being taken. A small wave of anxiety is still hitting my soul, but we should all do scary things every once in a while in a safe way. I should argue. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. hopping back on camera to kind of describe the first negative experience that has happened in this video, right? So I walked for about an hour before I realized, hey, my debit card isn't in my pocket like it was before. Now, if it was my credit card, it's whatever, I'll just lock it and then keep on moving, but it's my debit card. So I'm like, all right, let me retrace my steps. And I did, I found it, right? My debit card was resting on those two little flowers right there, right? Chilling, name plastered, 3-digit pin code on the back. Like it was right there looking beautiful, perfect. Must have fallen out of my right pocket as I was walking by. The problem is, and maybe you'll realize it by the general environment that I'm in right now, that's my mechanic. That's where I started walking, right over there. And I walked about an hour or change in that direction, and then I had to walk an hour or change back to be right here where my Tootsies are to get my G-dang credit card. We started walking at 8:15. It is now 10:15. So 2 hours of this journey just straight up didn't happen. But I am about an hour and 50 into Beautiful World, Where Are You? So I think I'm gonna try and find a bench or something, which I know this environment like better than anybody else who's ever known an environment ever. I am a survivalist for like 6 roads in Central Florida because I walked through them twice. So I think I'm gonna find a bench, sit down, and discuss what the past 2-ish hours of Beautiful World, Where Are You have been like. Short review, enjoyable. All right, so this technically doesn't count as a bench, but I am currently sitting in front of Orlando Skate Park. Shout out Orlando Skate Park. So in this Sally Rooney book, you are following, I think, 4 total characters, but our 2 kind of main characters are a woman named Alice and her best friend, a woman named Eileen. And Alice and Eileen have been friends for a very long time, and you're kind of just following them throughout life and into early adulthood. I think they're in their late 20s, early 30s at the point that I am in the book. And at this point in their life, they've also met 2 men. Alice, excuse me, has Felix, and Eileen has Simon. And these 4, I think, are going to be our main characters, like the people that we're following for a majority of the rest of the book. And I'm really enjoying it. I think one of the things that I heard about Sally Rooney that a lot of people didn't like about her writing was that it's a lot of character work, and the characters and their stories and their lives is like the main plot device, if there was a plot device in Sally Rooney's books. And I love stuff like that, but I can understand why some people might be turned off because there isn't like an external factor, an external like environmental thing that pushes the story along. We're really just following 2 people originally, but 4 people now. We're really just following them throughout their life to see, you know, how the universe treats them. And Sally Rooney's prose in this book, I'm a fan of. Like, it's not the most flowery writing. Like, you don't need a dictionary or a thesaurus to figure out what's going on. But I do like how kind of the writing style that she has kind of imitates the life that her characters are going through, right? Like, they each have their own things that make them special, obviously, and that make their lives different. But it makes it kind of like realistic, and it's not like Sally Rooney is trying to like over embellish like the regular everyday lives of her characters. Like, she's a great writer, and the 2 female protagonists, like, they engage in like emailing each other back and forth, like journal entries to each other because they live in different cities at one point. And like the writing in those emails is great. Like, I wish anyone would write me a text as great as Eileen can write an email. Like, it's awesome. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back to the gym just because I've already lost like an hour and a half of time, and I also don't want to be walking any extra if I finish the audiobook early and stuff like that. So I'm gonna walk where I was going originally to the gym, but I think we might do like a big loop and like stop before we go to the gym and turn back around. That person has a golf cart in their driveway. Like, that's the type of life I'm trying to live right now. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Wawa, I'm coming for you. All right, y'all, so I am currently sitting outside of a Wawa taking another little break because my Tootsies are on fire. But I went inside, I got some water so I can drink some of my electrolytes, and then I've been snacking on some of my granola bars here. I think I'm gonna finish this water, grab some more, and then maybe have one more, granola bar and head out We have been out for like 4 hours, I think, give or take, and I'm about 3 hours and 30 minutes into the audiobook, so we're making really good time. And like one of the things I've noticed about this book, and I don't know if this is all Sally Rooney books, I think I'm seeing more of what I said earlier, of there not being like some crazy amount of like external factors that our main characters have to like move past or fight through or anything like that. You're really just watching like the love story, the life story of these characters as they grow up, as they're entering like middle to early adulthood. And this book is smutty. There's been like 3 sex scenes. I don't really like that. That's not my favorite thing to listen to or read. But so far they've been used for like character building and like character development. So if it was just like for funsies, here's one of our main characters getting railed, I probably wouldn't like that. But I'm understanding where Sally Rooney is like using this scene or these scenes and why she's using them. All right, y'all, so I found this like covered area with tables and like a chair and stuff, and I think I'm gonna chill out here for a bit because 1, the sun is out and it's sunning, if you know what I mean, and 2, my dogs, my tootsies, they're barking, and so I want to give them a break. Like I said, these shoes were a pretty bad idea, and I don't even want, I was gonna take my shoe and sock off right now just to see what my foot looks like, but I'm not even gonna do that because I'm sure it doesn't look good. But I'm really enjoying this book. I think we're averaging maybe 1 sex scene per hour, maybe 1 sex scene every 45 minutes, something like that, which is not my favorite thing on the planet. But I'm still really liking the book. I'm still really liking the characters that Sally Rooney has been able to build. And I'm really excited to see where their story goes. I think I'm a little past 4.5 hours or something like that into the book, and I think I have 5 or 6 hours to go. So I think I'm gonna chill out here for a bit. I think from where the wall is, I think I walked like 30 or 45 minutes. So I hope this doesn't become like a 30 or 45 minute thing. But I'm gonna chill out for a bit. I'm gonna rest. I'm having a good time. This is fun. And I will start recording again when I start walking. So I'll see y'all then. All right, so I unfortunately have not been able to walk by a Wawa in a fat minute, or any gas station really, for a fat minute. And I took that Wawa for granted. I should have bought 4 gallons of water from that Wawa and then gave them a $250 donation, because that Wawa came way too early in my journey. There is a Publix right over there, so I think I'm gonna walk in there, see if they have a water station and a bathroom. I went to the bathroom while I was inside that Publix, and I am like, I don't know if y'all could tell, I am burnt. I really did not think this through. I didn't get any bigger socks or thicker socks. I didn't get any sunscreen. I'm mad at y'all for even letting me do this in the first place, because this was a bad idea. I think we are about 2, maybe 2.5 hours away from home, and I think I have about 4 hours left in the audiobook. Again, when it comes to like smut or romance or anything like that, this book is probably pretty light compared to some of the stuff that y'all freaks be reading. But to me, it's just a lot. It's like every 45 minutes, someone's getting something, you know? But with all of that in mind, I think I'm gonna finish my water, refill, and then leave. And then this is actually the route that I took to the mechanic, or at least the non-highway route that I usually take when I go to the mechanic. So it's all just like knowing that my house is like 2.5 hours away, and just having the mental and physical fortitude to make it there while also paying attention to this audio book. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Yeah, we're making a pit stop, buddy, right now. But it's pretty far away, so we gotta keep on moving. Y'all, they had Diet Dr. Pepper and AC. I think we might make it home. I'm tired as hell. These shoes are absolutely killing me, and the socks aren't doing that much justice either. I'm gonna take a pretty extended break. I think I only have like 2.5 hours of the audiobook left. So I might spend like 30 minutes to an hour here just eating and relaxing before I start heading back home. The sun is starting to go down, so it isn't as hot as it was earlier in the day. But I also have very little food in me, and like I said, my dogs are barking. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos, and then I'm gonna head back out there and probably finish the audiobook with like 15 or 20 minutes to spare. All right, y'all, I have left the Sam's Club. I had 3 Shaboing Boings and a large Dr. Pepper diet, of course, because I'm trying to watch my weight. And that is like the meal of champions, because I feel amazing. My feet still hurt pretty badly, but I'm hoping that I can kind of use this new rejuvenation of energy to get my way back home before like the pain starts settling in. And I'm also mad at y'all again. Why didn't anybody tell me when I started this, like when I started today, that I probably was gonna need sunscreen? I don't know if y'all could tell. I'm kind of burnt right now, and I'm just really like, I thought we were friends. I thought I was building a community. I thought y'all would help me out when times got tough. And no one said, hey Chris, you're gonna be walking in 90-degree Florida weather. You maybe get the spray on sunscreen. No one told me that. I have no real friends. I really don't. It probably isn't gonna be like a lot of video because I'm right next to like a state road, so it's just a bunch of cars. Like there's nothing cool to look at, and my phone is running out of battery, so there probably isn't gonna be a lot of video of these last like hour or two of the walk. But I will try my best just to get any footage in general. So I'll see y'all soon. We're almost there. Roommate, join me.
Hi.
We have, I think, 30 minutes left.
No.
30 minutes? I'm walking real slow.
That's like 15 tops. We're on our street.
Don't tell them that, they're gonna dox me. I finished the book, it's decent. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I kinda wanna show y'all my feet after I take off my shoes and my socks, but I'm not doing that for free, so I'll do it for 500 subscribers. We're at 251. If we hit 500, I'll show toes. I'm not showing y'all our apartment number because I don't want you to dox me because I'm rich and famous. Yay!
It's dark in here.
It's dark, but I made it. We're back. Woo! Oh, hold up. Let me get, what the fuck is on my face? That's chocolate. I was knobbing on that granola bar so hard that it ended. I thought it was the biggest zit on the plane. I thought that was a pimple. I was free. There's another one.
It had to have been from your hand.
Bro, I went nuts on that granola bar. All right, I'm home. I made it. Roomy came out the last like 20-ish minutes to walk with me. I would have made it home, but the vibes would have been much more negative if they didn't show up, so that's awesome. We're gonna talk about Beautiful World, Where Are You tomorrow morning, and I'm so glad that we're getting towards the end of this book, not even because it's a bad book, I'm just tired of everyone having sex. Everyone has sex all the time, and I'm just not that type of guy when it comes to books. I don't like smut. I've learned that about myself. I'm gonna have to look at smut ratings whenever I read romance books, because I really don't like smut. And also, the narrator who's voicing this book, Sally Rooney's an Irish author, so the narrator is Irish. So I'm just getting dirty talked to by an Irish woman while I'm on a walk. But yeah, we will catch up tomorrow morning and we'll talk about stats and stuff, and we'll also talk about Sally Rooney's book. All right, y'all, it is currently the next day. It has been about 24 hours since I arrived home after doing my little audiobook walking challenge, and we're gonna be going through right now kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly recap of kind of everything that went on yesterday. First and foremost, the good, obviously, and I think this was like just a fun thing to do. Like sometimes I think that life might be a little too easy, and I like doing hard things every once in a while. Could I have prepped a little better? Could I have brought better things? Should I have worn sunscreen? All these things are like questions that like the answer may or may not be yes to. But overall, like I think it was a fun time, and it was like a fun, difficult thing to do. The bad, I didn't bring sunscreen. I didn't even think that I would be out in the sun all day, and I kind of intentionally didn't really look at the weather report either, because I was like, oh, I'll deal with it when it happens. And it ended up getting up to I think like 89 or 90 degrees yesterday, which I was not expecting at all. Of course, and I will say this, I love these shoes so much. These are my favorite gym shoes on the planet, but I think for the foreseeable future, they will remain as gym shoes, because as much as I love these Nike Space Hippie whatevers, they were like quite possibly top 3 in the worst decision of shoes I could make. So I think better socks and better shoes, if I ever want to do this again, and I kind of want to do this again, are going to be at the top of the priority list, just so I don't like end up with the blisters, which I guess that kind of leads us into the ugly. So once I got home and I was able to like inspect everything, yeah, the sunburn was kind of light, but it was still there. It's still noticeable. And the blister situation, I got 5 of them. And I shout out to the boy for taking my shift today, because I can barely walk normally. I think like my deviation from the plan that I had sent out kind of brought a downshift in the vibes that I was not expecting. So when I had to walk back to get my debit card that fell out of my pocket, I decided not to go to the gym, as y'all saw. And I think I still should have gone to the gym and kind of like retraced my steps for like that hour, because like I would have been able to take a shower, which would have been nice, and I would have been able to take another break. That's another thing that I think if I do this challenge again, I want to do like a little bit better of a job at doing it. But overall, like I still enjoyed like the walk that I went on, and I got my steps in. And when it comes to steps, I actually took the stats last night with roommate, or at least we looked at the stats last night, just so I can see exactly what listening to one like 10-hour and 20-minute audiobook like did to my body. 53,133 steps from 8:15 in the morning to about 8:45 at night. And I also, the crazy thing is that my watch not only counted my steps, but it also counted the amount of active calories, so the calories that I lost while I was walking, not even including the amount of calories that I burned just by being alive, just by walking. 1,900 calories. So definitely, again, if I plan to do this again, the diet, the food that I bring with me or that I grab kind of while I'm walking is also going to be something that I kind of have to more meticulously like take point of. Also, I don't know if y'all can tell, but my voice ain't sounding right, and I think it's because I woke up with a crazy sore throat, and I was wondering, I was like, why is my throat sore? Like I didn't really do that much talking or anything like that. But then I realized that I was inhaling like car fumes for about 12 hours straight, and that can't do a lot of good things to this area right here. And obviously, I finished the book by our Lord and Savior Sally Rooney, Beautiful World, Where Are You? And I'm gonna give like more kind of in-depth thoughts in my monthly reading wrap-up like I always do, but I definitely enjoyed this book. I was thinking about it this morning, and while I did enjoy the book and I did enjoy kind of Sally Rooney's character work, I didn't love the story that was being told. Like obviously, like I like the characters and I like the stuff that they were going through and kind of how they came about that, how they talked to each other, how they like solved their problems. The relationship between Alice and Eileen, our two main female characters, was so beautiful and so nice. Like I really enjoyed their relationship and kind of their communication, both in person and like in their emails back and forth throughout the book. But those are my thoughts right now, and I'll let y'all know if I change my mind in my April reading wrap up. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed the journey that I went on and also the journey that y'all went on by watching it with me. I apologize if the audio was a little different in this video. I decided, instead of having to hook up my mic to my phone every single time I wanted to film something, I just used my wired Apple headphones, because the mic on those is pretty decent, but I understand that there is a difference in the audio quality, so I apologize in those clips where I am using the wired headphones if it sounds a little janky. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Those are like the best ways to let me know that y'all like videos like this and if I should make videos like this more often. And it also lets me have a conversation. I just had a conversation with this person right here on one of my last videos, and it was awesome. I love when y'all leave comments. I love when y'all leave your opinions on my videos, and we can have a little conversation. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Y'all do something that makes you happy, and maybe that's walking for 12 hours and listening to an audiobook. Do something that makes you some money, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.